Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Mahabharata557. As you may remember, Arjuna and Krishna were walking around the gardens of Indraprastha. They talked of all the many things which had happened since they walked there last. It looked as though not many days had passed since then. Actually, it was 15 years back when these two friends were there together. 15 years back, the forest by name Khandava was burnt by Agni. Maya was saved from the fire, and he had offered to do them a favor. Krishna had suggested the building of the Maya Sabha. Then came Narada and his talk about the Rajasuya. Looking back in retrospect, they tried to pick out the important incidents, the several scenes which made up the tragic drama. Draupadi's appearance on the stage was actually the first act. The meeting between Krishna and the Pandavas was the second act. Narada's coming was the third. The mind of Yudhishthira was upset by the fact that his father was not in the Sabha of Indra, because he had not performed a Rajasuya. That was the beginning of all this pain. The killing of Shishupala was the next act. It was the fourth act in the tragic drama. The other acts followed in quick succession. The game of dice with Shakuni in the leading role was the fifth act, and the court scene was the sequel to it. It was the beginning of the end. The court scene where Draupadi was dragged to the court was the climax. The drama had reached the pinnacle of intensity when they all took their oaths. The rest was the catastrophe. The later acts were laden with retribution. The scene in Dwarka when Duryodhana and Arjuna went to ask for the help of Krishna was the sixth act. It decided the fates of all of them. The moment when Arjuna chose Krishna to be his charioteer. The war itself was the final act, the seventh. The 18 days of war, the death of the great Bhishma, Drona, Radeya, and Abhimanyu were just scenes in that mighty seventh act. With the death of Shakuni, the drama was over. The tragic drama was ended. The death of Duryodhana was the final denouement. The drama covered a period of several years. They had reached the stage when they could look back on it. They had traveled some distance of time, and they could look back and review the years without emotion. Memory did wince when she took up some moments in her hands, but they were now secure from the gnawing pain that was in their hearts a few months back. Krishna said, Arjuna, the war is over. Your enemies have all been killed. Yudhishthira is the monarch of the Kuru kingdom. I had taken upon my shoulders this burden, but my task is over. My thoughts are turned towards Dwarka now. I desire to see my parents. I dare not ask your brother for permission to go. You must first permit me to go, Arjuna. Then you can tell Yudhishthira about my wish to go home. If he is willing to let me go, I will leave for Dwarka. If, however, he wishes me to stay on, I will. Yudhishthira's wishes mean more to me than my own. You are all able to help your brother to rule the kingdom. He has Vidura to counsel him. My purpose is served. I think it's time I go back home. Arjuna, please grant me permission to go. Arjuna shed tears of sorrow at the words of Krishna. So their great partnership was at an end. The inseparables, Partha and his Sarati, were to be parted. His heart was aching for the days of long ago to come back. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.